Welcome, guys, back to Retro Man Cave channel, and this is Retro Picks episode 4. Yeah, 4, I believe. All right, and so this episode is just my standard things that I usually do, except this week I did get a few things, or at least one thing that is really near and dear to my heart as a child. And if any of you grew up in the 90s, like me, born in 83, you would recognize Pogs. This thing will not open. Okay, so back when kids were doing Magic the Gathering and stuff, I wasn't really into Magic the Gathering. I really enjoyed playing other games like Pog. This is really cool. I got it at a garage sale, and it's a official tournament gamepad Pog. Underneath here, which you can't really see, is a whole bunch of more Pogs, Slammers, and whatnot. I got quite a few Marvel Slammers, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So these are really old. Some of them are like licensed by Tombstone, like when you bought pizzas or Cookie Crisp, when you bought cereal. And yeah, these things were really cool when I was a kid. So yeah, I was pretty stoked to pick this up. Yep, made by Milton Bradley. If I can get this box. I guess the only downfall to it is the box is huge, and I'm trying to do this with one hand and hold the camera with the other. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so first stop was the pawn shop, but I'm gonna go Goodwill first. And let's start with some of my VHS that I got here. This one right here. I mean, I've never, and maybe I'm a noob to some of the Disney things, but this Disney masterpiece, the Black Cauldron, I've never seen this before. Yeah, so not sure. This has really cool. I don't even know how you would say it. The coloring is really cool in this, but yeah, it's a Disney masterpiece. Clamshell, so probably set that to the side. May watch that at some point in time. Alright, next up we have a Jim Henson clamshell, the Dark Crystal. I had never saw this. Apparently this is a live action movie from Jim Henson, which Jim Henson, did Muppets, obviously, and also did the original Ninja Turtles, the puppets for the Ninja Turtles back in the day. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I was pretty excited to get this. It's a kind of like a RPG element to it. Alright. Next up, and I'm always excited when I can get these original Power Rangers VHS, especially this set, the Green with Evil, like the appearance of the Green Ranger, the first appearance of arguably the most popular Ranger ever, which is Jason David Frank, Tommy. Yeah, and once again, I got a really good deal on these, same as before. They were doing like 12 for $1. Alright, so next up is the House of Usher, which I really like. This really cool sticker. It's like from like a movie store sticker. But yeah, it's got Donald Pleasance. Really like Donald Pleasance. So yeah, the House of Usher. And looks really, really good. Alright, so let's go to the beta tapes this week. Now this was a steal. Warner Home Video, Eat to the Beat, Blondie. This is the first ever home video with music to it. Like, this was the first release. I'm pretty sure if you go look this up, this is pretty ultra rare, and this is the beta version. I've seen the VHS version going for like $30 on eBay, but yeah, this is the beta version. It's in pretty good shape considering it's really old. But yeah, beta, Blondie, Eat to the Beat, pretty dope. Alright, the next up, and this I only saw in VHS. So, as you could tell how small this thing is, I can literally, really small, the Best of Blondie, which this really what it does, from what I'm understanding, is this actually is like pictures of Blondie, and performances stuff, just pictures while it plays the music. So I'm not sure that it's really necessarily, it's not like a concert. It's just pictures added to Blondie music. So I know it's semi-rare. I haven't seen any out there. But yeah. The next up, we get into my DVDs, which this week I've been trying to do the standard 21-ish. The first DVD we'll go over is Mutant Chronicles, the 2-disc collector's edition, which just has Tom Jane, Ron Perlman, and John Malkovich. This was a sci-fi, I think a straight to sci-fi channel release. Yeah, pretty cool. But you know, Tom Jane's Punisher, and Ron Perlman is the Hellboy. You know, and then of course John Malkovich. We don't need to introduce John Malkovich. Alright, The War at Home. Kathy Bates, Martin Sheen, Kimberly Williams, and Emilio Estevez. And quote me if I'm wrong, but it's not Martin Sheen. Is that not Emilio Estevez's father, technically? But yeah, The War at Home. I've never seen this. I was pretty stoked to find it. But yeah. Alright, next up. I'm not really a big fan of Spawn, but you know what? Snapback. Basically brand new quality. The director's cut. Pretty awesome. Species 2. I've had Species 2, Species 3, some points of time over my movie collecting lifetime. Yeah, Species 2. Nothing real special about that. I have some that are cliche on here, and then some that are unique. Okay, the next up is Ghost Image, which it's got a Blockbuster sticker on it. I actually keep the Blockbuster sticker on there because it has a piece of history, you know. Blockbuster I really enjoyed, loved working at. But apparently it's Ghost Image. She's a photographer or whatever, and her boyfriend dies, and next thing you know, she starts seeing like images of him on her camera. So yeah, it's called Ghost Image. Looks really good. I'm gonna sit down and watch that sometime. Hopefully, you know how that goes when you have so many movies. Next up, we have Jude Law, Nicole Kidman, and Renee Zellweger in Cold Mountain. This is a collector's edition 2-disc with the insert 2-disc. And I always check my movies, obviously, before I buy them. And always mint or really good condition, because I'm OCD when it comes to that. Alright. Oliver Stone Collection. Classic Tom Cruise. Born on the 4th of July. Anybody who's a movie person's got to have this in their collection. I mean, for one, it's Oliver Stone. Two, it's old school Tom Cruise. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about that? I mean, you have to have it in your collection. Alright. Next up. I got this. This intrigued me. Vintage movies, classic serial killers, classic monster movies. The Doctors, Blood Coffin, Fury of the Wolfman, and the Brainiac. Yeah, I just picked this up to see. Some of these older ones look really interesting. Some of these older horror movies I'm going to have to go back and watch. Alright, we have a Humphrey Bogart. Some people are like, Humphrey Bogart. But apparently this is one of his, I don't think I have really any Humphrey Bogart that I can think of. So it's my first one, The Maltese Falcon. Apparently this is a classic of his. I'm not sure, but yeah, Snapback. Brand new condition. Always love that. Okay, the next one, Isabel picked out. Cuba Gooding Jr., Vivica A. Fox, Boat Trip. Never seen it, but yeah, she picked that out. Don't really know too much about that. Let's go on to a couple cliche. You know, last week I hit The Ring and The Ring 2. I've had those before. I just want to pick them up because it was to try to make my 20 to get my deal. This week, similar situation with these two. I know there's a third one out there, but you know, whatever. The Grudge and The Grudge 2. The Grudge 2 unrated director's cut. The original Grudge movie. These were in perfect shape, so you know, whatever. They'll go in my collection. Not really big on any of the really Japanese imports to American. You know, Ringu for The Ring, and I forget what The Grudge in the Japanese was, but you know, whatever. Not really big on those. The only thing Japanese they brought over, I'm not really in Japanese anime. Power Rangers, but yeah. Okay, next up we have Ewan McGregor, Scarlett Johansson, The Island. I've never seen this. It seems like it could be a really good movie. It's one of those ones you gotta, I'm not even gonna mess with that. Yeah, looks really good, except for somebody named Rice wrote their name on it. That's one of my pet peeves. I mean, yeah, you know what? I understand if you loan movies out, write your name on it or whatever, but come on now, just keep track of what you're just writing on them. Why write on them? Okay, we have another cliche film, but you know, whatever. Fatal Attraction, Michael Douglas, Glenn Close. I think most people usually have this in their collection. I should have had it in there a long time ago. Unfortunately, I didn't, but now I do. Yep. Next up, Kirsten Dunst, Jay Hernandez, Crazy Beautiful. Another one that people always talk about, or that I've heard people talk about that I've never watched. Just adding more to the collection, expanding my horizons. Next up, and this is with Malcolm McDowell. It's like an 80s movie, Cat People. Yeah, looking forward to sit down and watch this actually. This looks really interesting. It's a Hallmark Channel, Artisan, Randy Quaid, Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, The Magical Legend of Leprechauns. I'm pretty sure this is probably semi-rare. I've never even heard of it. Yeah. Next up, we have Dreamcatcher. I had a few buddies at work that were talking about this, so I had to pick it up. They said it was their favorite Alien movie. I still love Independence Day. But yeah, of course, Stephen King adaptation. So, yeah. Okay, another horror movie. No, I like these. This is like a family video movie sticker. I like these type of deals. Horror movie, The Last House. Jason Mewes, a.k.a. Jay, from Jay and Silent Bob. My last two. Mickey Blue Eyes, Sealed. Hugh Grant, James Caan. Yeah. And Miss March, Unrated. I'm going to sit down and watch that sometime. But yeah, that concludes my video. You see a stack of goodies just sitting there. And don't forget to like or dislike, comment below, subscribe if you really like my videos and want to see more. If you leave comments, let me know movies that you think I should pick up. And yeah, definitely share the love. I appreciate it. And this is Retro Man Cave. Take my, technically my 15 minutes of fame, because this video is about 15 minutes long. And yeah, thank you. Have a great day.